All right, good morning, Mr. Reed and Mr. Fikens. 36th District Court is in session. Thank you all for your patience on this morning. I know that we don't have anything scheduled until later this morning. I got finished a lot earlier than what I thought. So we are in great shape. I believe that there are some dates that I'm going to get for Thomas Johnson. Is that correct?
No, Judge Thomas Johnson was supposed to have been an intake. Mr. Morgan was talking about yesterday. I forget.
Oh, and where is he?
He set this date, Your Honor, so that this court could issue a capias if he did not show up. He's been trying to locate him and has not been able to make contact with him.
Got it. So let me have the attorneys place your appearance on the record first.
Thank you, Judge, and good morning. For the record, Jesse Reed, Drug Court, Vet Court Defense Attorney, P 23863. Judge, if I may, I'd like to make a continuing motion that my appearance be for all my clients this morning. Thank you, and good morning again.
All right, good morning, Mr. Reed, and your motion is granted.
Good morning, Your Honor. Robert Fikens, P 31894, Specialty Court Defense Attorney, and I would make a similar motion.
All right, thank you. Good morning, Mr. Fikens, and your motion is granted. Mr. Griffin, let me have you place your appearance on the record.
Good morning, Your Honor. Brian Griffin, Drug Court Case Manager on behalf of the Probation Department.
All right, thank you, Mr. Griffin, and good morning to you. I'm going to start with the case of Thomas Johnson, ZA083981, charged with operating while visibly impaired. Mr. Griffin, where was Mr. Johnson referred from?
I believe it was Judge Sabri, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Okay, all right. And so Judge Sabri, obviously there was a plea taken and he was ordered or referred to our drug treatment court program, which there's some screening and some assessing that has to go on before your court date. And it's my understanding that Mr. Morgan has not been able to contact him.
No, Your Honor, and I also believe that he didn't even show up for the pre-sentence investigation, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, all right. Then based on the nature of the charge and that there was an indication that he needed the services of drug treatment court, I am going to issue a capias and he must return to me. Please make sure that the system indicates that he is not to be released in the for the DDC, that he has to be returned to me. And so, Mr. Griffin, if you could prepare that and get it to Ms. Mack, that would be great.
Okay, doing it now, Your Honor.
Wonderful. And then I have for Javon Manning, Z8080701.
Mr. Yancey spoke to him this morning. He was on Zoom. He did a face-to-face with him. So, Your Honor, he'll be coming back to see you July the 22nd at 8:35 a.m.
All right, very good. And that's a travel day for the conference for me,
Okay.
but I'm not leaving until I'm going to work that day.
Okay, we're just trying to figure out where you, okay.
Yeah, I will be here. Now, don't y'all load me down.
No, we're not.
I'm gonna make my, I think a 6 o'clock flight, but I will be here working. All right, very good. I do not have anything else until 10:30. And so, Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikens, you all can be on standby. We can shoot a text or what have you. And actually, the 10:30s are adjourned to pays, right?
Correct, Judge.
Yes, Judge.
Okay. And then, Mr. Griffin, do you have dates for the 10:35?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
I'm gonna go ahead and call that 10:35, if that's okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, let's do it. I have for Holly Ann Hoffman, Z8073211 and Z8081061.
Judge, Ms. Hoffman, we'll be coming back on July the 22nd at 8:35 a.m.
All right, very good. No issues with Ms. Hoffman?
No, check drug screens. Every drug screens are good. So everything seems to be going good.
Wonderful. I have for Nicole Setzer, U 518-91219, U 519-74119, U 534-61419 for Nicole Setzer.
Ms. Sesser, also, I'll check urine screens, they're negative. She'll be coming back to see you also on July the 22nd at 8:35 a.m.
Wonderful. All right, I have for Crystal Tellez, U 534-61319, U 563-53620, U 594-21421.
Also, Ms. Talas, we checked her drug screens. Drug screens are good, seems to be any problem. And she'll also be coming back to see you on July the 22nd at 8:35 a.m.
All right, very good. All right, that is it for the specialty court docket on today. And I know Ms. Cleveland's on vacation, so we're in good shape. I do have trials and formal hearings scheduled for 11 and 11:30. Ms. Mack, are we looking good for the 10:30?
No, I think we better wait.
Okay, we're gonna wait. Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikes, y'all clients have not done what they're supposed to do. So I just received the word, we are going to wait. What I will do, however, is we're gonna leave the court screen up. And then we can come back, if you all could come back maybe like 10:45 to start seeing what's gonna happen with these trials, or if people start showing up.
Yes,
We will reach out. I'll have Ms. Mack text one of you, but y'all can come on back and let's get these trials taken care of.
yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Judge.
And Judge, we're waiting for Ms. Armstrong to be brought back over. When she get brought back over, we're gonna take her up to have a drug screen and then try to get her back on the 1-800 line again.
All right, let's add Miss Armstrong to Friday's docket.
She is. You might
She at
be-
I
8:35.
must have an old, I think I have an old one. Yes, I do have an old one. All right, very good. And so we'll get Miss Armstrong together. Hopefully they will dress her out and do what we've asked them to do, and then we'll get her on. Okay? All right, so I'm here. I'll either be here on the bench or in chambers, taking care of some other things.
Okay.
Okay?
That's
All
Judge.
right, Mr.
Yes,
Reed,
Judge.
Mr. Fikes, y'all can take a donut break this morning
We are.
until Miss Manning gets here.
Coffee. Thank you, Judge.
Don't have to ask us twice.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
All right.
I understand that.
Officer, if you could just turn, if you can unmute me, Miss
You
Knapp.
unmuted.
Oh, I am.
Yes.
All right, Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikens, I need an attorney. I have a case I need to call.
Oh, here's her file. Oh,
Who
there
sent
it is.
her?
Oh, you know what? It's on the docket too.
Yes,
Yeah.
who sent her? Was it?
Let me see.
Oh, no, she was an A case. Never mind, she's an A case.
Yeah.
All right, all right, court is back in session. I am ready in the matter of Artina Armstrong. Can someone text Mr. Fikens and just let him know, pop on? I just want to make sure we're doing this right.
Yes.
All right. Do you have?
Staying downstairs in that holding cell till 4 o'clock in the morning, Ms. Holmes.
I understand.
Ms.
I
Holmes still sleeping.
understand. All right. Do you have people in your home where you live that also use drugs? Yeah,
I don't want to go back over there.
I'm sorry.
I don't want to go back over there.
You don't need to go back over there. You know that, right? All right,
My son gonna get my clothes together whenever y'all see me stare out.
okay. All right, Mr. Attorney Reed has joined us. Thank you, Attorney Reed. I'm ready on Artina Armstrong, U 633-60322 and U 633-65722. Ms. Armstrong, state your name for the record.
Artina, Renee Armstrong.
All right, Mr. Griffin, go ahead, place your appearance on the record.
Brian Griffin, drug court case manager on behalf of the probation department.
All right, thank you. And it should also be noted, Mr. Reed, that Mr. Yancey also attempted to get Ms. Armstrong assessed for treatment. Mr. Yancey, go ahead and place your appearance on the record as well.
Yes, Your Honor. Kenneth Yancey on behalf of Supreme Court, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. All right, Mr. Reed, we are still having difficulty getting Ms. Armstrong assessed. She's fallen asleep, not able to answer any questions. And so I thought that one day of detox would maybe put her in a better place, but clearly it has not. And so, Mr. Reed, what I am proposing to do is to send her back to the Wayne County Jail, of course, with her file marked medical, indicating that she's detoxing, and bring her back on Monday so that we can get her into treatment.
Yes, Judge. I do recall that Ms. Armstrong was in court yesterday. Mr. Fikens and I attempted to talk to her. She refused to talk to us yesterday. I have no objections to the matter being adjourned until Monday. Hopefully she will be in a better place and we can have some conversations with her. Thank you, Judge.
All right, very good. So I'm going to adjourn the matter until July 11th, 2022, and that will be at 8:35 a.m. Please, I will indicate on the minute that she's medical and detox, and that she's to be dressed out and with her belongings and brought over, and we're gonna really try to get you into some inpatient treatment on Monday, okay? All right, very good. All right, you gotta go back, feel better, okay? And let them know when you're not feeling good, okay?
Yes, ma'am, I sure will.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
You're very welcome, Ms. Armstrong.
I will tell you, I got this.
You do. I believe you. I wouldn't be doing everything we're doing if we didn't think you could have it. I know you can do it, Ms. Armstrong,
Ma'am,
and you deserve it.
yeah.
I just broke my heart. All right. Mr. Reed, that's it until the 10:45, 11 o'clock trials, okay?
Yes, Judge. I'll be here. I just take my coat and tie off sometimes, so it took me a minute to get my coat and tie back
All right,
on,
Mr.
Judge.
Reed.
My apologies. I was here, but I wasn't appropriately
right.
attired.
All right, thank you, Mr. Reed. We'll
Yes,
see
Judge.
you at 10:45-ish, 11 o'clock, okay?
Absolutely, Judge. Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, officer.
To finish Mr. Fikens till 10:45.
Oh, thank you, Ms. Wilson.
Yeah, Mr. Reed came on.
Yeah, I just saw the tail end of it. Not
Yep.
literal.
Okay,
Thanks.
thank you. Good morning, sir. We'll be with you shortly. Thank you.
Stephen, unmute yourself. Can you hear me? Unmute yourself. Thank you. Can you hear me?
How you doing?
Good. How you doing? I see you on the docket today. Did you pay your?
Hold on, I gotta move somewhere because they're outside. All right,
Okay.
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. You were on the docket
Okay.
today to pay on your account. Did you pay?
Uh, I need the number and the whatchamacallit. I got $150 of it. I've been trying to get the money, but seeing that I haven't been able to work or anything,
Okay.
I only get enough money to pay my rent, and I had to make a choice, either pay my rent or be out on the streets.
Okay. So
So I
you
got
want to make a
$150 of it. I just don't
okay.
have the number. I was gonna pay it online, but I'm gonna have to just bring the money down there. Is that okay? I can do it
Okay.
today.
Okay. Hold on. Stop talking for a minute. So you
Yes,
want to
sir.
make $150 payment today, is that correct?
Yes, sir. I can do that.
Okay. And how much more do you owe? What's the total amount?
She said 300 and something dollars. I'm not exactly sure what the ticket is. It's a scrapping ticket from 20 years ago,
Okay,
or 30 years ago, something like that.
okay.
She wanted me to pay
Thank you.
that.
Thank you. That's enough information. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
we're gonna check on the number for you. Put yourself back on mute.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
How do I? There we go.
Mr. Fikens,
Yes, sir.
you see,
I
he's
do.
on the docket adjourned to pay today.
Yep. Mr. Reed, he owes $320.
Okay. And he wants to pay 150 today. Has anything else been paid? Nothing else. This is the first payment?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll just see if the judge will approve that and see if we can get a little more time.
He was here back on June 15th. And time was extended to pay till today. He pled in front of Judge Coleman in 2014. So good morning, Officer Dubuque.
Good morning.
Good morning. I know you're here for a trial at 11. The prosecutor's not here yet. We're defense counsel. Once the prosecutor comes and if the defendant shows up, the prosecutor will want to speak to you in a breakout room, but we'll get the court to arrange that once we get all the parties assembled.
Okay,
Okay, thank you very much for showing up.
I appreciate it.
Mr. Reed, he is on Deja Andrews.
Yes, I see that. And we have an offer.
We do.
Is that the judge?
I think so. I'm not sure.
Someone else is coming in.
Mr. Reed, are we ready on Mr. Adolph?
Yes, we are.
Okay, thank you.
And a person who signed on Zoom user, what is your name, sir?
Archie Adams.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. How are you today?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
Pretty good. I wanted to be a few minutes early. I think my thing was 11 o'clock. I didn't know exactly how this worked.
Yes, sir. It is at 11 o'clock and we will see if an officer shows up. If an officer does, I will take you back into a breakout room to discuss the matter with you so we can decide on what to do. Okay?
All right. So I just kind of hang out.
Just hang out for right now, sir. Yep. You can mute yourself.
Self on mute.
All right.
Thank you.
Just to let you know, we are in a courtroom, so we want to do all the things that we would otherwise only do in a courtroom. No smoking, no eating, no drinking, things like that. Deja Andrews.
Hello.
Hello, how are you doing today?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. My name is Rob Plikins. I'm one of the court-appointed attorneys. Do you have your own attorney coming today?
No, sir. I don't.
Okay, your officer is here. What I will do is we will go back into a breakout room and I'll discuss the matter with you so we can decide
Okay.
what we do, okay?
Yep. Sounds like a plan.
So just put yourself on mute for right now.
All right, no problem.
Mr. Pikins,
Yes, sir.
are you gonna wait for some other defendants to show up, or are you gonna take Miss Andrews back now?
I'll take, now that I see Miss Wilson is on and I believe she is co-host. So Miss Wilson, if you could send me into a breakout room with Miss Deja Andrews. Thank you. Ma'am, please accept the invitation. Miss Andrews.
Mr. Pikens?
Yes, Mr. Reed.
The Avery case, I saw someone check in on that.
Okay.
Are you good with Miss Andrews?
Yeah, yes, I am. Officer Dubuque, just so you know, if you can hear me, I spoke with Miss Andrews. There was an offer. She's willing to take that offer, plead guilty on the no license. She does have a license though now, if that affects it. And she'll plead responsible on the speeding. Have the court modify that to limited access speeding 1 to 5 and dismiss the other matters. Okay, just so you know what the deal is. That was offered by the prosecutor. I'm not making this up. I mean,
Okay.
Okay.
All
Thank
right.
you, sir.
Thank you.
Hang in there. Don't leave yet, though.
All right.
So we're ready on
Miss Andrews.
Andrews and Mr. Adolph.
Yes, sir. Mr. Adams is waiting to see if his officer shows.
And Avery is the people's motion.
I think the people have a motion on that case, yes. And Ms. Wilson, maybe you can send me into a different breakout room with Valdora Avery.
All right, good morning. I am ready to call the 11 o'clock docket. Mr. Ficus, I believe there's also an individual that was on for the 10:30 docket. I'll start with that individual, and I believe that's Mr. Adolph. I have the following case number U686866310. Mr. Adolph, please state your full name for the record.
Stephen Brian Adolph.
All right, good morning, Mr. Adolph.
Good morning, ma'am.
All right, counsel, I overheard that Mr. Adolph, you know, this is an extended time for him to pay, and it's my understanding he's not able to pay today.
Judge, it's my, thank you, Judge. For the record, Jesse Reed. I did have a conversation with Mr. Adolph. He is not able to pay in full today. He indicated to me that he has $150, which he would pay to the court today, but he would ask for a little more time to pay the balance.
All right, Mr. Adolph, you need to come and pay today, the $150. You need to get here before 2 o'clock.
Yes,
Before 2
ma'am.
o'clock.
I'll
Come
be
on
here
down,
before
because
2 o'clock.
I've extended you. Now this is the third time I'm giving you additional time to pay. And
Yes, ma'am.
so I need you to come pay the 150. And then Mr. Adolph has some cases that are set before me, and they will take place for trial on July 18th, 2022 at 10:30 a.m. And so I'm going to adjourn this to pay for July 18th, 2000. I'm gonna make sure you gotta get it paid today. I'm sorry. And
I
so,
will
but
pay
let's
it
make
today.
sure you get it paid, because you gotta come back, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
All
ma'am.
right, very good. All right, thank you for signing in on today, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, take care, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
All right. Miss, have you all been in the breakout rooms with individuals that are here for trial?
Yes, Judge. Ms. Fikens has talked to Miss Andrews. We have an officer here. for that case, and there's a plea agreement that she's willing to take. There are no other officers who have checked in. We only have one officer who has checked in so far, and we have a plea agreement on that trial case, Judge.
All right, very good. There is for Mr., okay, never mind. All right, I am ready to proceed. I want to start first with calling my 10:30 docket. Let's do it, and then I'll go to the 11 o'clock docket. I have for Christopher Acosta, SP 117-37621.
He paid.
He paid, and so I am going to close that matter. Thank you. I have for Levance Adams, SP 124-8792, counts 1 and 2.
So he had another ticket that's not on the docket that he paid, and it was for $195.
Okay.
And then this first ticket that ends in 921, he was supposed to pay $50. He did not pay that $50, but he did pay the other ticket in full.
All right, very good. Mr. Reed, Mr. Ficus, I'm going to waive that $50 on count 1, and I'm still going to give him his dismissal without prejudice as to count 2.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay?
Thank you, Judge.
All right, very good. And then I have for Tan Janiqui Allen, SP 109-79141.
They did not pay.
All right, and what is the amount owed?
$245.
All right, KPS will issue. They have not paid, and the bond will be set at $245, cash or surety, just to get the matter paid. All right, that is it for the 10:30 docket. And so I am ready for the trials. Can we start with Daisha Andrews?
Yes, Judge, she is in a breakout room. If the people can be recalled from the breakout rooms at this time.
All right, very good.
And to let you know, Your Honor, on Miss Andrews, the officer Dubuque is here.
Okay, wonderful.
Sign this case, well, we may have more. You want me to wait?
No, sign it.
Okay.
All right. Oh, this is the one I just did?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. All right, here we go. And this is for Miss Andrews. All right, very good. I am ready on Miss Andrews. This represents all the matters that she has. Is that correct?
It should be 5.
Yes, sir.
Well,
5
no,
minutes.
sorry, 2 tickets, but 3 counts on one ticket and 2 counts on another.
I have some
Sorry.
duplicates. Okay, that's okay. All right, very good. I'm ready on the following matters. I have case number SP 129-1885, counts 1, 2, and 3. And I have case number SP 129-2387, counts 1 and 2. Ms. Andrews, please state your full name for the record.
Deja Michelle Andrews.
Thank you, and good morning to you, ma'am.
Good morning. Thank you.
All right, who's representing, and the officer? The officer, I'd like you to place your appearance and badge number on the record, please.
Officer Dubuque, badge number 1398.
Thank you, and good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Ficus, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, after speaking to my client, a very pleasant woman, she wishes to avail herself the offer. She'll be tendering a plea of guilty to no license, asking this court to reduce it to fail to display. She'll also be tendering a plea of responsible on speeding 5 to 10, asking this court to reduce it to limited access 1 to 5, pursuant to the recommendation by the people.
All right, very good. Mr. Ficus, for count 1, it says failure to display a valid operator's license. And so I'll make sure, just so she's good, that I do the reduction anyways, okay?
Yes, thank you, Judge.
All right, very good. Ms. Andrews, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you are about to give will be the truth and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
Yes.
Thank you. You may place your hand down. Mr. Fikens, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ma'am, you understand that in these matters, you have a right to a trial and formal hearing, correct?
I do.
And you wish to waive that right and enter a plea of guilty on one matter and a plea of responsible on another, correct?
I do.
Are you making this decision freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
Has anyone forced you into doing this or promised you anything to get you to plead guilty and responsible today?
No, sir.
Ma'am, I bring you back to the date and time of the citation when Officer DeBuck stopped you. Were you, on that date and time, were you operating a motor vehicle in the city of Detroit?
Yes.
And when asked to produce a valid license, you were unable to do so, correct?
Correct.
And also, you were speeding between 5 and 10 miles an hour. Is that correct?
Yes.
Your Honor, I'm satisfied as to the elocution.
All right, I am satisfied as well. I am accepting the plea of guilty, reducing the charge to failure to display. I'm also accepting the plea of responsible, and I'm reducing the charge to limited access, 1 to 5 miles per hour over the posted speed limit. Was that 135 on your sticky? Yes, ma'am. As to the civil infraction, I am assessing the statutory fine in the amount of $135. As to the misdemeanor, I am assessing our cost in the amount of $225. The fine will be $50. And so, ma'am, when can you get all of this paid?
And what's the final total?
$410, if I might,
Okay,
Judge.
yes, you may.
A month and a half.
Okay, very good. I'm gonna give you time. You won't get your dismissals until your tickets are paid in full. If
Okay.
you fail to pay it by the date that I give you, then you're gonna go right back to the beginning, okay?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
you wanna get it done, all right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and so I'm going to adjourn this out for payment and for dismissal. That will be September 12th, 2022 at 10:30 a.m. If for some reason you don't get it paid, you need to show up, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
In court on that date at 10:30 a.m. Anything else for my consideration, Mr. Fikens?
No, Your Honor, thank you very much.
All right, very good. Thank you, ma'am. Have a good day. You are excused.
You have a good day as well.
Thank you.
And may the
And
officer
thank
be
you,
excused.
officer. Be safe.
Thank you, Your Honor. You as well.
Thank you. All right. Mr. Fikens, do we have anything else that's ready?
Judge, we have Mr. Anwar Andrews ready. He is a trial. There's no officer on that matter.
Okay, it's only 11:11. I'm gonna give the officers just a few more minutes. Are there any other matters that are ready
Yes, Your
other
Honor.
than those that are scheduled for trial?
Valdora Avery is ready. That is a request by the people to adjourn. Miss Avery, if you could get on camera, ma'am, and unmute yourself.
I have to be able to see her image, Mr. Fikens.
How do I get on the camera? Let me see. Integrated, choose video. Video settings.
All right.
Live. Stop the video.
All right, Mr. Fikens,
How do
let's
I
let
do-
her figure out her video
Yeah.
and then we'll keep going.
Thank you, Judge. The only other person that appears on screen right now is a Tofik Albana, who is not on our, I don't know if he's on our docket or not. I don't
Yes,
see-
he is. He's scheduled for trial.
Okay, then that is, he is, I see that now, Judge.
No
And so-
officer.
No officer at this time, Judge.
All right, so I'm gonna give the officers a few more minutes. And what about for Archie Adams? Are we also needing the officer for that one?
Yes, Your
Yes.
Honor.
It's scheduled for trial.
Alpha Tauri,
I'm sorry.
the one that's under Alvana.
Yes, they have
That's the
not
only one.
signed in.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
the only one that hasn't signed yet.
Okay, very good. I'm only gonna give a few more minutes for the officers to appear. The city attorney knew about trials today. We've been saying it. I said it, they know. All right, you can put me on mute, officer. I'm just gonna give a few more minutes.
Miss Avery, I can only ask, maybe you can come back, sign out and then come back on to see if you can get your video on. Do you have a camera? Yeah, is your phone or iPad have a camera?
It's my computer. My daughter, she's helping me now she told me to
Okay.
go to the meeting. She's helping me now. So I'll come out. I'll go back in.
Whatever is best for you.
Okay, thank you.
See his son.
Excuse me, Mr. Albana? Yeah, you're gonna have to sit up a little straighter, sir, in court. Thank you.
Thank you, Officer Lent.
And I'm gonna ask her to unmute. If she do. And I wonder.
Okay, but nothing's up at the top.
Miss Avery, we can hear you. There you go. We still can't see you though, Miss Avery, just so you know.
He said he can't see me. He's having troubles. Excuse me.
Ms.
Okay.
Avery, we can see you.
Yes, I'm here.
Hi, we can see you. Very good. Thank you.
Okay. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm
no.
sorry.
You're fine. Ma'am, after our court proceeding is over, I would like to go back in a breakout room with you and talk
Okay.
to you about this matter, okay?
All right, thank you.
Did I give you her file?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
All right, I am ready on Ms. Avery's matters. I have the following: V123-72621, V123-72821, V124-35021, V123-72721, and V124-35021. Ms. Avery, please state your full name.
Eldora Lejeune Avery.
Thank you, and good morning to you, ma'am.
Good morning.
All right, Mr. Fikens, I have received notification that the issuing officer in these matters is out for medical. And so certainly that is for good cause shown. I am going to adjourn the trial for today. I'm going to give another trial date, and then we'll see where the officer is at that time, okay?
We thank you, Your Honor, for that. I did speak to my client beforehand, told her, because I saw the recommendation or the motion by the people, and advised her of that it would be considered good cause. So, Your Honor, we understand that. I would like to go into a breakout room with Miss Avery, because I don't believe Mr. Reed or myself have ever spoken to her before, and I'd like to get some more details if we could at this time. Mr. Reed would handle the rest of the docket.
Okay, very good. Then I am going to adjourn the trial to August 5th, 2022, and that will be at 11 o'clock a.m.
And Your Honor, thank you. After the breakout room, then, would my client be dismissed from the courtroom?
Yes, she is free to leave. Thank you so much.
Thank
Your
you.
Honor. So,
You're very welcome, ma'am.
thank you. I have the invitation, Your Honor. Miss Avery, please accept.
You're gonna get an invitation accepted, Ms. Avery. All right, thank you, Mr. Fikens. There is an individual that joined us at 11:30 for his 11 o'clock trial. I'm not inclined to give him a dismissal. But
Judge, there's no officer.
I understand, but you still have to show up on time.
But
All right, let's do it. I'm ready to call the remainder of the docket. Let's start with Archie Adams, SP 124-29131. Mr. Adams, please unmute and state your name for me.
unmute, sir.
Unmute, Mr. Adams.
There we go. Hello. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning, I'm well. State your name for me.
Archie Adams.
All right, Mr. Adams, the date scheduled for your trial at 11 o'clock. It's now 11:30. The officer has failed to sign in. Mr. Reed, I will entertain your motion.
Thank you, Judge. I have a unopposed motion to dismiss. We understand the dismissal would be without prejudice, and we would ask the court to dismiss without prejudice, no police officer.
All right, and I am granting your dismissal. It'll be without prejudice. Thank you, sir. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
All right.
Thank you.
I am going to Tawfiq Albana, U594-9932, counts 1, and then U594-99221. Mr. Albana, please unmute and state your name for the record.
Yes, how you doing, Your Honor? Tawfiq Albana.
Thank you, and I am doing well, sir. Let me just make sure these are duplicate tickets. I think that they are, and they are. All right, very good, Mr. Albana. Your trial for both matters was scheduled for today at 11 o'clock a.m. I'm satisfied I've given the issuing officer ample time to appear. Mr. Reed?
Thank you, Judge. Again, unopposed motion, dismiss. We understand that this would be without prejudice. No PO. We'd ask the court to dismiss this case. Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you. I'm granting the motion. Both of your matters are dismissed without prejudice. Thank you so much, sir.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. All right. I am ready on Mr. Anwar Andrews. I have case number SP 125-11851. Mr. Andrews, please state your full name for the record.
Yes, Howard Andrews.
All right, good morning to you, sir. And actually, you have two matters
So,
that were scheduled for trial today. And I'm not certain why I don't see the other one on the docket.
I didn't know about two.
There's
I
a
know about one though.
I understand, but they were both scheduled for trial today. You're still in good shape. Could you check count 2 for Mr. Andrews?
Like it's not in the system.
Oh, okay. All right, so it's not in the system. Give me 1 second. And so I just want to make sure because it should have been scheduled for trial. And we want to make sure it doesn't come back, later to haunt him. How about that? So, Mr. Reed, I'm ready. Your motion.
Thank you, Judge. Again, unopposed motion to dismiss. We understand the dismissal would be without prejudice, and we would, for no police officer, we'd ask the court to dismiss this matter. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. I'm satisfied I've given the officer ample time to appear. I'm dismissing just to be safe counts 1 and 2 without prejudice. Thank you for your patience this morning, Mr. Andrews.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, take care. All right. I am going to go now to Mr. Alfat Lawi, case number U629252222. Sir, unmute and tell me your name.
Hussein El Fatlawi, and I also want to apologize for me being late, Your Honor.
Okay, all right, I'm gonna call your case anyways. Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
All right,
ma'am.
Mr. Reed, you're welcome. Mr. Reed, this is the date set for trial at 11 o'clock a.m.
Yes, Judge, thank you. Again, unopposed motion to dismiss, no PO. We understand that the dismissal would be without prejudice. We would ask the court to dismiss this case today. And again, we apologize for being late, but he did come in. Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you. I'm granting the motion. That matter is dismissed without prejudice. Thank you, sir. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you, ma'am. You have a better one.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikens. I believe, I'm sorry.
Mr. Fikens is in the
Oh, in the breakout room. I believe that that's it. Okay. All right, Mr. Reed, I believe we are all set. Let's be on standby because as you know, this is problem solving court. Anything can happen in here today. And so we want to make sure that we are prepared to service the people should we have some event that takes place as it relates to specialty court. So I'm going to dismiss everyone. Ms. Wilson, thank you for serving today. And of course, we want to make sure that that we are prepared in the event that something else goes on. Okay?
Yes, Judge, thank you. Thank
I'm
you.
not gonna shut it down because Mr. Fikens in the breakout yet. All right, thank you, but I will go off.